Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Screen Rhapsody. My name is Sino, and I hope you're all doing well. So, in today's video, as prefaced by the title down below, I'm reacting to the 2001 Ron Howard film A Beautiful Mind. All that being said, let's watch. I have no idea what to expect from this movie, by the way, except that apparently it's a war film. There's a genius. There's a cruel disorder happening, schizophrenia, I think it is. So, I'm nervous. A Beautiful Mind. The music is so pretty. The music here is so pretty. 1947.
In medicine or
the color is so rich.
Technology or space,
I love
battle
it.
lines are being. Now, who among you will be the next more?
Oh, I know him. I don't know his name though.
Vanguard of democracy, freedom.
These
and
faces are
discovery.
so familiar, but I
Today,
can't place the
with
names.
America's-
So if it's a war movie and this is in the 40s, 1947, which war? Vietnam? I don't think so though. Oh, the color is so rich on here. I love it.
There could be a mathematical explanation for how bad your tie is.
Physics. And you are? Am I late? Yes, Mr. Shaw.
Oh, he's back. Oh,
hi.
I just saw you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll take another.
Oh dear.
Excuse me? Why, yes, John, it is. I imagine you're getting quite used to miscalculation.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh.
Nonlinear equations. And I am supremely confident that there is not a single seminal or innovative idea in either one of them.
Ooh. Gee whiz. Ooh. Ah. I mean, he stung you first, but yeesh. You didn't need to go that far, my guy. I like him though. He doesn't waste words on unnecessary things. You know what I mean? He's very spay with his words. Like, he's not gonna just say the word like just for saying the word like.
Christ. The prodigal
Jarvis!
roommate arrives.
Or Vision.
Charles Herman. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, you poor guy. You've had your world upended in like 2 minutes. I don't know. Oh, don't! You know nothing about personal space, do you?
Is my roommate? a
Yeah,
dick?
you're the dick in this equation.
A teacher, she told me that I was born with 2 helpings of brain, but only half a helping of heart.
Shame.
With all your obvious wit and charm.
Right? Maybe they are an interesting match. Different as they are.
Find a truly original idea. That's the only way I'll ever distinguish myself. It's the only way that I'll ever.
Massive.
Yikes. Right at the heart of it.
All right, who's next?
They played Go?
So
I
good.
don't really know.
What if you never come up with your original idea?
I guess the little competition is good for you. I suppose. I'm just not wired that way.
For 2 days.
You know, Hanson's just published another paper.
I guess maybe a little
I can't even
competition
find
is
a
too
topic
much
to talk about.
sometimes. Jeez, because he's obsessing.
You have no respect for cognitive forever. You know that?
Yes, and you have no respect for your body either. So feed your damn body.
No pizza. I haven't.
I suppose they suit each other. They balance each other. They balance each other well. This is a very interesting game. I am a fan. I recently learned how to play. Well, not learned, but I kind of understand what's happening with the game.
I remind you that my odds of success dramatically improve with each attempt.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Or maybe not. Maybe this might actually work out. Let me have some optimism. Say something. Well, he is asocial apparently. Oh no.
Assume that I said all that.
No, he did not.
I mean, essentially, we're talking about fluid exchange, right?
Oh.
So could we just go straight to the sex?
Have a nice night, asshole.
Hey, ladies, wait.
But up to this point, your record doesn't warrant any placement at all.
Jeez. Hey. Hey. That's something.
But they will all give us the cold shoulder because nobody likes to be second choice.
Yes.
What if no... Thank you.
Okay, show us your genius. I'm not gonna understand much of it. That's okay. I can appreciate it when explained to me properly. You know what? This shows you when you go alone, you go fast. When you go together, you go far. He might not have come to this without being around his friend. The conversation that they had in the bar was pivotal to him coming to this conclusion, or at least having his mind opened in this way. Okay. How many months has he been working on this? Is it publish worthy? Can it be published?
They'll ask you to recommend 2 team members.
Ooh.
Has it occurred to you, Mr. Nash, that Solomon might have plans of their own?
Yeah. Fair.
Governing dynamics.
Oh, that must have hurt. Oh, that must have hurt so much. I'm so sorry, but I'm really not. Damn. He's a good sport-ish, I guess. No, that's 6 years later. Oh no, it is 5 from 48. Yeah. Ooh, in the 50s. The Cold War?
General, this is REAL Team Leader, Dr. John Nash.
Glad you could come, Doctor.
Vietnam? Cold War. The Cold War. Moscow? The Cold War. Give him time. How long has he been standing there? I just always find it so fascinating when people get into their zone like this, and their entire world around them just absolutely vanishes, and it's just them and the thing they're focused on.
Extraordinary. Gentlemen,
What are they routing?
we need to move on this.
What are the Russians moving, General?
Captain Rogers.
Why won't you answer him? Why won't you tell him? I guess need to know, right? Does he not have, I guess, the necessary clearance to know certain things? It has to be Cold War.
Army of 2.8 million. I am doing stress tests on the
In the 50s, 2.8 million?
You made the cover.
How much military personnel do they have now?
These scholars of trivia.
John, exactly what's the difference between genius and most
Fair
genius?
question. Of course you would say that.
Before your new class?
Did he know?
MIT gets America's great minds of today, teaching America's great minds of
Oh,
tomorrow.
that's the deal.
Poor bastards.
Poor guy. Oh, poor guy. Definitely scintillating. Definitely scintillating. He's underdressed in those times. He's in his undergarments.
Personally, I think this class will be a waste of your, and what is infinitely worse,
Yeah.
My time.
So I was wondering if there's any way you could, I don't know, maybe work someplace else for about 45 minutes?
Not a problem.
Well, that is one way of doing things.
Multivariable calculus, there's often a number of solutions for any given problem.
Okay.
Professor Nash.
Big brother? Big brother indeed.
Oppenheimer used to say genius sees the answer before the question.
You knew Oppenheimer?
His project was under my supervision.
Ah, so who are you? Yeah, exactly. Who are you? Once again, need to know basis, right? One thing about it though, American history is really well documented.
Man is capable of as much
Yeah.
atrocity as he has imagination. New Freedom communicates to its agents through codes
That's
embedded in newspapers
crazy.
and magazines. Natural code breaker I have ever seen.
Recognition.
This may be a little uncomfortable.
What was
Got
that?
a little zap to
Oh.
it, doesn't it?
Wow.
Classified.
Everyone waited half an hour.
4.
Oh no, he had no one to remind him that he had class.
I solved it.
Oh,
No, you didn't.
yeah. So he just wasted their time so that he could have his time to himself. I'd be insulted by that. I'm not gonna lie. That is.
Professor Nash, if I can ask you to dinner.
Girl, no. Oh, he's charming. When he wants to be.
I'll pick you up Friday at 8, and we'll eat.
I guess that works too. A man with a plan.
Present.
Miss Alicia Larde.
Professor.
Oh, that's a gorgeous dress. What's going on? What's happening? Why are they being so obvious and annoying? I'm so jealous. You don't see the sky like that anymore.
Pick a shape, an animal, anything.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Oh, that was pretty. Oh, baby, I am charmed. I can't imagine what it must be like to have a mind like this. It could be tedious, I think. And very disruptive of everything else that you're doing, because it just comes at you and you just have to go where it takes you. Oh, okay. I thought it was his nose bleeding. Waxio. I'm shocked at the sophistication. 70 years ago. Oh my word. What is happening?
I find you attractive.
That works. Okay then. That's nice. Have fun, kids.
You talk funny, Mr. Nash.
How do you know my name?
Return.
Jarvis! Oh, no one does.
How do you know for sure?
No one does.
Kind of prove some kind of verifiable empirical data.
Oh, he's so cute.
Verifiable data.
Yes.
Okay. Haven't seen it. How do you know for sure?
You don't.
I don't, I just believe it.
She said yes. She said yes. Congratulations, you guys. That can be fun. Yo. Could they not find a much more pedestrian way of doing this, particularly because they're dealing with a civilian, right? Oh dear. there has to be a much better way of dealing with these drops and this transfer of information that isn't as dangerous as this has been. What do you tell your wife when you come home? He's absolutely not okay. Paranoia sets in. Has to have. During class? Is he starting to lose it already?
Alicia's pregnant.
Yeah. Now that's a kink in the works that you do not account for.
You quit working for me. I quit working for you.
Coercion. Force majeure.
Parcher! Parcher!
It's Chad.
John, you alright?
No, he's not. And he can't tell anyone about it. The only person he can talk to about it is a man of very few words. What year was this? Same year? Not at his job, you guys. Are they really there?
Let's avoid a scene, shall we?
He made one. He made a choice. Who called these guys? Was it Parcher? Bryce Dallas Howard. Ron Howard's niece. Hey, Bryce. She was so young. Oh my word. Is it his wife who did this? Oh no. Oh. Are you serious? Oh dear.
John has schizophrenia.
My word.
People with this disorder.
Oh dear. Is it even real?
What are you talking about? What hallucinations?
One, so far that I'm aware of. An imaginary roommate named Charles. Was he at your wedding?
He had to teach.
You ever seen a picture of him?
That far back? My word. No. Because everything is perception. How are you going to do that?
What's he been
She
working
doesn't
on?
know. He hasn't been talking to her.
In his office.
You know it's classified, Alicia. Stop.
Ooh, okay. 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 Calm down. Oh my goodness.
Just have to talk quietly. They may be listening. He can help us. He can help us.
Stop.
He can help us.
Well, that's one way to tell him. Oh, he's gonna go violent. It was never in bed. Ooh. Ooh.
The people, the places, the moments. Most
Well,
important.
not real. It's never happened. Is that how you treat this condition? Speaking of which, where are we today with the treatment of this disorder?
I mean, how are you?
You wanted to break down in front of you? Ask that question. Yeah.
And I forced myself to see the man that I married.
That's what choice is, isn't it? You're choosing to stay each time.
John, there's
Relax, it's okay. There's no point in being nuts if you can't have a little fun.
Oh my word!
Jesus Christ, John. You know, No, John, you should go easy. There are other things.
True enough, but then...
What are they?
You're a parent. You're a husband.
Try leaving the house.
Is it safe? Will he do it though? Because she definitely needs the help. Is it really the medication? What happens if... That's a dumb question, but like what happens if he doesn't take them? He's not. He could just flush it down the drain because now he's just leaving evidence. John, oh dear. So that's my answer. What happens when he stops taking his medication?
Look at this, John. I need you now, soldier.
Yeah, I know. How is he gonna do this? Absolutely not. The beast is back. Go and get the baby. Go and get the baby. Go and get the baby right now. Oh dear God. I can't watch this.
Her, John. You leave her out of this.
Oh no.
You know what?
She never gets old.
Do you really understand?
I can't go back to that hospital. I won't come home.
How does he know that?
Would you have hurt me, John?
Not on purpose.
I don't know.
That's the truth.
Maybe.
I wasn't said to call if you try and kill me or anything.
Oh my goodness.
This.
He's got a very big hand, by the way, which is very small. Because how does his whole hand cover up almost her entire face?
Maybe it's here.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's not.
No,
Yep. But not him.
What brings you back to Princeton?
Yeah.
Any chance that you could ignore what I just did?
Of course, what are old friends for?
Is that what we are, Martin? Friends?
Exactly.
But I was wondering if I could hang around.
That must be so debilitating. To ask for help, particularly from him, in such a manner?
Will
I
you
don't
be
know.
needing an office?
Do you have that kind of authorization?
Shit.
Some useless ghoul? The local madman? I'm not a soldier. You're gonna end up in a cell!
Does he need a straitjacket? I know he doesn't because he's not in. He's not insane, but then he has violent outbursts, and that was what's worrying, the violent outbursts, because
The best. I won't talk to you again. Goodbye.
he's the worst one. He's the worst one out of them all.
It's an honor, Professor Nash. Is something wrong?
No.
Good morning. Eager young minds.
It's so unfair. Wow. Seriously? don't engage. He just lives with them in his periphery and he just chooses not to engage each time.
You're John Nash, right?
Why do you ask? Wait, is that, are those real?
Travel at 20 miles an hour and leaves a top.
Little news.
John, besides, you're a terrible teacher.
I'm an acquired taste, Martin.
He is.
They're not gone. Maybe they never will be. But I've gotten used to ignoring them. Terrified. Mortified. Can you see him?
Yeah.
You sure?
That you're being considered for the Nobel Prize.
Really?
Last few years, your equilibrium has become a cornerstone of modern economics.
Oh, wow. So would I embarrass you?
That's what they want to know.
Yes, it is possible.
That's a fair answer. It's true.
Mr. Nash. It's good to have you here, John.
Okay.
Wait. Are you for real? Are you serious? Oh, word. Wow. Oh, wow.
Through the physical, the metaphysical, the delusional. I'm only here tonight because of you. You are the reason I am.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're now at the thoughts, observations, and closed remarks portion of today's video. And as usual, I have my notes down here, so I will be glancing down to them from time to time, just to keep track of what I say and just so that I do not repeat myself. With that being said, let's get straight into these. Okay, so this was a very emotional watch for me. It was a hard one to watch because of its subject matter, right? It's a story about the human condition, human relationships, human struggles and triumphs, and then following that journey to triumphing, right? And it really caught me in the feels every single time, because once I understood what was happening, that for the most part, he'd been dealing with this condition unaware. It kind of broke me. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of had me like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Now what? And I'm not gonna pretend that I had any kind of high hopes. I didn't. I really didn't think I would. I thought he would be committed to a mental institution for the rest of his days, where he'd basically be in isolation and be tended to by his caregivers, and that would be the end of that, right? I didn't think that he would go on to lead a normal life with this condition. And to see him being able to do that with the support of his wife, she was so instrumental in that, the support of his wife as well as his friends and his colleagues, was something that touched me deep down, because what are we without the people in our lives? Who do we become without the people in our lives? Like, the power of love and friendship and companionship and people riding 10 toes deep for you is almost immeasurable. He would not have gone this far, could not have gone this far without the love and support of his loved ones, his wife, his colleagues, and those that believed in him. And so it's a tearjerker, and I am not happy. I didn't think it was going to be, not as much as it was. I kind of anticipated to have a few tears leak here and there, but not the way that they ended up being, like a deluge of tears. So that was fun. Took me completely unawares. It's a story of redemption and resilience. Oh my word, the resilience that the man had, and his wife too. Because giving up would have been the easiest option on both sides. They could have easily given up on him. He could have given up on himself. She could have given up on him and gone on to remarry. I mean, she was a pretty woman, stunning babe. Could have gone on to remarry and have someone else, you know, be in her life and just leave this very difficult, unpredictable part of her life behind her and move on. But no, they both chose resilience. I don't know, man, that level of commitment to one person and it being reciprocated, there's just something about it. You know, there's just something so pure and commendable about it, and also makes it for a great story. You don't see a lot of that anymore, at least not in my current understanding of where we are in the world in terms of romantic relationships. It's not a very common thing that you see, being committed to each other in that way, because that was for sure through thick and thin. Being human kind of slaps. Being human is kind of where it's at, because these are some of the stories, these are some of the instances where humanity shines at its best, and I'm in awe. I am in awe. This is someone, me, on the outside looking in, and I don't have any real understanding or real life experience with the condition, right? But the depiction alone, the movie does such a great job of at least highlighting or lifting to the surface some of the pains and inconveniences of a condition like this. I mean, I think of the scene where she goes out to go get the laundry before it rains and he's almost drowning their child. All the time when following up that scene when they're now arguing and he is arguing with, you know, Archer, I think his name was. Painful and highly inconvenient. And I know it's just a movie and I don't expect it to be able to fully explain in the intricacies of this condition. I don't think there's one thing that you can just watch or read and you'll know the top to bottom, the ins and outs of the entire condition. but I applaud the filmmakers as well as the actors for doing their best to highlight, bring to surface the intricacies and difficulties that follow such a diagnosis, or that follow such a life that is, for the lack of a better word, plagued by this condition, because it is strenuous, and we see it in the way that is depicted in the movie, how stressful a condition it is on both the person that lives with it and the people around them, and the people around them, and the people around them, and the circle that, you know, because they don't live in isolation, right? And interestingly, or maybe serendipitously, interestingly and maybe serendipitously, this is the month of May, and May is known as the month of mental health awareness. And so I found it fitting that I then watch this movie. Well, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and I can't wait to see my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! And cut.